I'm pretty close to the camera. This is cool.
I'm not ready to retire. Keeps me out of trouble. There you go.
That's where we decided because of the number of units on, so we know it's allowed the alternative
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, never mind.
far end of it? Yes.
John, you ready?
But they're not yet. That's where we fell into that.
Okay, we're going to open up our public hearings for this project, and then obviously after that we'll have our regular planning board meeting. So let me read the legal notice as it was put in the Daily Freeman. Legal notice is hereby given that the Town of Shandaken Planning Board will hold a public hearing pursuant to Section 274 and/or Section 276 of the state law and as prescribed in the district schedule of area and bulk regulations of the Shandaken Town Code for the purpose of hearing the following application. Public hearing is regarding a special permit application submitted by Carolyn Monroe for a parcel located at 19 Old Route 42, Shandaken, New York, indicated as section number 4, block number 1, lot number 21. The public hearing is scheduled for Wednesday, April 13th, 2016, in the Town Hall Building, 7209 Route 28, Shandaken, New York, at 7 o'clock p.m. Anyone interested in this case is invited to attend this hearing. Communications in writing in relation thereto may be mailed to the board or presented at the hearing. By order of the Town of Shandaken Zoning Board of Appeals and Town of Shandaken Planning Board, and Riccadella Building Department, our secretary, that's was put in at the legal notice to Daily Freeman. Anyone who wants to speak, make sure you sign in up front, and we'll go by in order of the sign-in sheet. Anything else that the board wants to add? Before we start, we'll have the applicant come up and explain just a quick summary of what they want to do. Who do we have here?
Right here, is you guys?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, this is my first one. So basically, we'll be living up there. We purchased the property. We want to put in 10
I'm sorry,
temporary.
could you speak into the microphone? I can't hear you.
Who are you?
So Mike, can you guys hear me okay? It's not working.
It's not on.
This is,
Please state your name.
Okay, but the microphone's not on.
Oh, it's
Can you
not
guys hear me
on.
okay?
Microphone's on. I
Okay,
just-
so my name is Carla Monroe. This is my mom Claudia over here. And we purchased the property, we'll be living up there. We want to put in 10 temporary tents. That would be a canvas timber frame tent. It would be seasonal, and we want to encourage families to come up there, their kids, enjoy nature, enjoy the outdoors, see the town, go tubing, visit the farms. It's going to be about 10, so it would still be small and contained. And we'll be up there with them. So we just want people to be able to enjoy the area and the nature with us. So that's the plan and the goal. So it would run probably September through November. Or sorry, May through March, April through November. Seasonal. You guys hear me okay?
I didn't hear a word.
Okay. So I'll do
But
it.
I'm hearing impaired, so
Okay.
somebody will have to tell me what you're up to.
Okay.
does John want to add anything?
Just a brief description of the property.
State your name and who you work for.
I'm John Lasilla with North Engineers.
The mic's not on, you can't hear
I
anything.
know, she's saying that it's on,
Yeah.
but it's not on.
Maybe it got turned off in
Switch,
between.
there's a switch on?
I don't see a switch.
There it is, it's on there.
Okay.
You gotta be right on it.
You guys want me to start over?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Yes. Okay. All right. So my name is Carla Monroe. I purchased the property. I'll be living up there with my mom. My mom will be up there full-time, and I'm up there part-time. We want to put in 10 temporary tents. They'd be a timber frame canvas tent, and we're looking for a seasonal campground, for lack of better words, where people can come up with their families and enjoy the area, the nature, get outside, go hiking, enjoy the farm stands, go water tubing. So our goal is to keep it as natural as possible with gardens. We don't want to take down a lot of trees. We want to leave it as close to what it is now. We put 55 acres into the forestry preserve, so we want to kind of leave all of that as is and not build. Everything is temporary except for one facility that we'll put up that would be permanent, and that would be I'm not sure of the exact square footage, but that's where the bathrooms would be and like a community center for people to enjoy, you know, a kitchen area, a campground.
Microphone's out again.
Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. I don't know how to. I can turn around and talk to them.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
See what happens. Now with this one.
There you go.
Just a couple of clarifications. Number one, the property is 108 acres. And the proposed areas for where the campsites are going to be, where the tents are going to be,
Can't hear
is
You have to stay right close to it.
the proposed area for where the tents are going to be is at least 200 feet from the property line, and it's actually up on a plateau, which is fairly high above Route 42. So there is a remoteness, I mean, it's actually secluded from the surrounding neighbors and from the road. And the backside of the property is a fairly steep hill, which is under
And should you mention the fence are all like close to the house area? Okay, so one other thing to mention, if you guys can hear me okay, is the tents are all contained. So it's all in an area right by the house that we're keeping it. So it's not spread all over the property, it's in one area, to John's point, up away from the road and in a contained area. So the rest of the property, I don't know if you guys heard me say, like 55 acres we put into the forestry preserve.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. My mom's just gonna add some stuff.
I'm Claudia.
Mom.
The property is so beautiful. We really want to work on a conservation program, and what we're doing is falls under the auspices of forest gardening and forest bathing. It's a productive conservation program where you have non-timber forest products, and one of them is the forest bathing. So it's called forest bathing. It's nature. It's just really enjoying the outdoor environment, which is why we want to use tents instead of cabins, so that you're getting a real nature type of environment. It's so beautiful up there. So we are working on putting in an agroforestry program, which is actually it's going to be interesting. We haven't seen a deer yet, but we've heard they're there. So, but we're going to give it a try and really try to beautify the property even more than it is, and the purpose is so that other people can also enjoy it with us. We're not looking to have rowdy bunches. We're not looking to have a lot of people there. It's really peaceful, serene, and that's the whole purpose of the whole thing. And also to bring in the revenue so that we can afford to be there. So, looking forward to your questions. But it really, I know if I was a neighbor and had somebody talking about putting a whole bunch of cabins in, I might be afraid too. But this is totally different. If you look at the layout, there isn't any food or anything in any of the tents. That's why we have the building, all the showers and the kitchen area and everything is in the larger building that we have there, and the tents are just all within a walking distance of a comfortable walking distance of the main community center building there. But only 10 tents. So look forward to your questions. But it really is our cost plan, and really looking forward to it.
Thank you. Okay, so let's start with the first one on the list.
It's Ronald Forty.
We're gonna hold off until the end.
Okay. Tom Alfano.
And if you, when you come to the mic, just repeat your name and where you live so we have an idea in relation to the project.
Hi, my name is Tom Alfano.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a musician. I play harmonica. But no. My name is Tom Alfano, and I'm here to represent my wife, Julia, son Michael, 17, my daughter Lily, who's 15. We live at 35 Old Route 42, and we, according to the map, we're below where the camping sites would be. And I don't know how far, I can't read maps, but I know that we're sort of below that, far below it. Okay. We've all been laboring. We have been remodeling two guest houses below where the campgrounds will be. Our houses are about 100 feet from the entry road and the exit road. It's the only road that I know of that goes in and out of the property of the camp. The road, which I understand needs to be widened as a part of this permit. I don't know if that's true or not. It does, yeah, because it needs to be widened. The Bushnellville Creek, which runs below the road, is a pristine spawning stream. So when the road is widened, I have concerns about, the silting in that stream and what might happen to the fish. I don't know if somebody has looked into that and if studies have been done. I don't know. Whoops. I don't know. Hello? Go ahead.
It's not just me.
It's funky.
Funky.
Funky. Okay, I'm going to talk loud then. So to widen the road, to bring into existence this camping area, and I got to tell you, to look at those tents, they look like little cabins to me. They really do. And so, I mean, I don't know if they're semi-permanent or permanent, that they fold up into a suitcase or something, or I don't know. But they just look pretty permanent, which scares me. Number one. Number two, I know that the plan calls for 10, but it also, I believe, calls for some expansion into more than 10. I don't know if that's true or not. So that's a question that I have some concern about. And one of my biggest concerns, personally, selfishly, is just the noise and the traffic of the cars going in and out whenever they want to. We picked that spot, that serene, beautiful little spot on that little stream, because it was like, it was Shangri-La. And I don't want Shangri-La to turn into a carnival, that's all. So I have concerns about, the type of people that are going to be there, who they're going to be, who's going to screen them, who's going to watch them, who's going to keep them from wandering. Maybe, that there's a there's a steep cliff, right behind my house. And, children will find stuff, they're certainly going to find the water. They will be in that creek in 3 seconds, So, I mean, there's some supervision that definitely would have to be in place. Had my family and I known that this was going to take place, would have never bought the property. I mean, I just want to be alone. I mean, I really do. I came up here just for some solitude, and I've been working on my life. Life's been pretty too fast-paced enough for me. So I just wanted to kind of build my little wall around my little family and call it a day. So anyway, so that we would not have purchased the house in the first place, but we did purchase the house, and we sunk a considerable amount of money into it. And if all of this comes through, I don't know if we're actually going to stay. We may just sell that house, and move on to and find another Shangri-La. So it was disappointing news, to say the least. I must say, it really was. So having seen the intended structure and the scale of the plan, it seems like more of a colonization than a camping ground. I thought that was just literally kind of cool.
That's nice.
Colonization, camping, alliteration, But anyway, we will be there for all the comings and goings of every single family in their cars. Every time they come and go, we're going to know about it. There's no way I'm not going to hear it. I'm not crazy about that idea. Also, the types of vehicles that are going to be allowed on the property. ATVs, I don't know. Bikes, what's the noise? What are going to be the controls? What are going to be the stipulations? I think there's more that we got to know about this stuff. But more importantly, I think a lot is wandering and trespassing. A lot of people have been there for a long time with a lot of acreage, and they don't want to be bumping into somebody on their property necessarily. So we're actually planning to pick up and leave Pennsylvania. My kids have already seen your high school. We took the tour with their guidance counselor. They love the school, and it was just not really good news when I got the notice in the mail. So words fail in explaining how deeply disturbed I am at the illusion that there are canvas structures that look like bungalows. I mean, I've never seen one before, but I've seen it now. And that it would be forced. The fact that I'd be forced to count cars, all day long, in and out as they come and go. It's just nothing I'm looking forward to. So that's how I feel about it. Some other stuff that I looked at in the actual application that I take some issue. Well, I don't take issue with it, but I just think it's not necessarily. Permitted use under zoning regulations. I'm not an attorney. I'm sure they'll talk about all that stuff. But if it's a commercial operation, it's a commercial operation. And I don't know if this is a commercial zoning thing or not. I don't really know the deal, but I'm sure the attorneys do. How much, what kind of waste is there going to be? Has there been any kind of a feasibility survey done with it? How much, how big do the fields have to be? I don't know. Is any contamination of groundwater at risk? Any contamination of the stream at risk? I think okay. Residential. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing traffic level? Well, on old Route 42, I would say yes. We don't have any traffic at all, so it would be a substantial increase in traffic. But the traffic going up and down the hill is what I'm more concerned about. Will it impact water supplies? I don't know. I don't know. Do you? The guardians of our health. I mean, that's something we ought to make sure we know about. Will it impair the character or quality of important historic or archaeological things? Well, I don't know. But there is a graveyard up there. I don't know who's buried there. But I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff where does it impose upon neighbors? Does it change the quality of your neighbor's life? That kind of stuff, I think, comes into play depending on who you are and how you feel. So that's generally how I feel about it. Okay? Thanks.
How many do we have on that?
11. More to go.
What's that?
11 more to go. All of you.
Yeah, let's try to summarize what you have as best you can, so we don't have to restrict the time, otherwise we'll have to figure out a time limit for everybody, but we'll keep it the way it is right now. Who's that?
Joe Brayboy? Sorry.
Hi, I'm Joe Preboy. I live on Gooding Road, lived here for about 30 years. I'm not going to repeat some of the concerns that were just given. I think they were very valid. Does this work? No. Okay. So I'm just going to voice any additional concerns that I have. First of all, I'm concerned about the whole scale of the operation. 10 tents, 40 people a week, that's 160 people a month, that's 1,000 new people coming into Bushnellsville a year. These people are unmanaged, they're totally open to trespass and peruse through not only the open forest, but other people's properties. My biggest concern, though, is that Carolyn's background is in promotion, and I'm very curious on how they, two questions. Who's the clientele for this campsite? Are they hipsters from Brooklyn, or are they liquor industry people having parties up here, or are they survivalists? I think that this is a good way to put Bushnellsville on the map.